If you want to see my hair at the 45-day halfway point of using this Viviscal supplement product for 3 months, then all you got to do is stay tuned. I'm going to show you the before and after, or rather before and midway point right now. I'm Helen, welcome to the Shrimpy McGee channel. Here we talk a lot about hair loss issues and I test a lot of products, and you guys are along for the journey with me over my very long experience of growing back my hair with hair loss, primarily back here. You know, I had a big bald spot, as you guys may or may not know, and welcome if you're new to the channel. Right now I'm trying to see if these Viviscal supplements are gonna grow in my hair. I was sent this card to go along with it, so you can sort of see the before and after here, to see if I can sort of fill in now these spots here, because my hair looks pretty full, but the temples actually are, when you pull it up, kind of thin. I was sent this. This is 100% not sponsored, not an ad. I did not pay for these Viviscal supplements out of my own pocket, but they were kindly gifted to me as PR. I actually don't get much PR here as a YouTuber. I got this actual PR as more of a journalist, because I am a freelance writer and editor in a real life. So I was actually sent these with a whole bunch of other things to test out that were not hair related. It just so happens that I make videos about this kind of stuff. So that was a happy coincidence for me. I actually wasn't even gonna film this video. I was actually gonna make just one at the very end at that 3-month mark after using all of the packages that were sent to me. But I have had such a demand for this over on my Instagram. So if you wanna follow me there, please go on ahead. And I've even made a TikTok about it. And it was just like a little quick sort of before and after review, but I'm gonna dig into it for you guys here and show you a little bit closer, because I just did a really quick video on TikTok about this, and it's also on my Instagram. 1.5 months on these Viviscal supplements that are supposed to be for fuller, thicker looking hair. I even have this photo that shows the before and after. Let's look at me. And now. I think it's filled in maybe a little bit darker. Follow for more. And that got me thinking I should probably post this on YouTube as well. Seems only fair. Something to know about Viviscal supplements here in Canada, where I am based, and in the United States. They are very easy to find over the counter. They are sold at Walmart. They are sold here just at the drugstore. In Canada, these are very pricey. I think that they're around $60 a month. And I think in the US, they're probably about half that, probably about $30 a month, which is like expensive. These are expensive. I never purchased them myself. I'm gonna have a big long video about the whole before and after at the 3-month mark, and I'm only at the halfway point right now. So that leads me to my next point, which is maybe you wanna like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. I don't go in too hard on the whole subscribe of it all, but this time I am, because here's the thing. This is the halfway mark, so if you're finding me new on this video, that's great, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna be curious to see what happens after I've completely finished this. And not only that, I am committed to making another video further on, and maybe even another one further away from that, like maybe 6 months in the future from now, a year in the future from now, because I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop taking these, and I'm gonna see what happens once you stop. Does the hair fall out? Does it continue to grow? What happens when you stop taking these supplements? Because I don't think there's another YouTube video like that. I had to look around, and I've seen people talk about using it for years, but I've never seen anyone go on it and then go off it and see what happens. I've never seen that. So you'll want to stay tuned definitely for that. And one way to do that, of course, as I said, is liking and subscribing and hitting that notification bell. Then you will know when all my videos come out, including the big one I'm going to make, wrapping all of this up, the full before and after with photos and talking you through the whole thing. So let's get a little deeper into this. I started using this product, and I started taking these before, or rather I took these before and after photos of my hair on November 3rd. It is now 45 days later. It is December 18th. And so that is a 45-day mark. And so I'm gonna show you guys, and I have done this little video about it where I kind of just went like this, and it looks a bit darker. So I thought that for YouTube purposes, because we can get into much more depth here, I am going to recreate the hairdo that I had in this, because as you can see here, my hair is styled differently than it is in the photo. That's just a messy bun that I put up. So I've got the same type of elastic, which is one of these thin rubbery ones that are meant to be kind of disposable. So I'm gonna put my hair up, and then the other thing I thought we could do to really see what's what, because it's one thing to say it's darker, but I'm just gonna actually get a bit closer and see if there's any hair growth, and then I'm gonna measure the hair. I've got my ruler here, and so I know that my hair grows pretty slowly. It does not grow faster than ½ an inch a month. So we're gonna measure these hairs together and see if they're kind of like around the ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch mark. Then probably that could be attributed to the Viviscal supplements. I don't think that your hair maybe starts to grow the very first day, so I think it's very reasonable to think that even though it's been over a month, and if my hair grows ½ an inch a month, I'm doing some math here. Listen, math is not my forte, but I did some thinking about this before I made this video, and I'm thinking that the hair should be about ½ an inch, not a lot longer than that, is what my guesstimate of what it would be like. So we're gonna go in, we're gonna punch in closer. I am going to put my hair up as best I can to replicate that photo, because if I'm just lifting it here, I don't, as you can see, it seems a bit darker, but I don't know that that's the best replica, right? Whenever I pull my hair up in a proper ponytail, it always looks thin around the temples. It just does. And that's very, very common if you have hair loss and you have thinness in the temples. There are a lot of ways to deal with that. You know, I talk about those extensively here in terms of just camouflaging it, but we're gonna see a bit closer what it looks like. And we're gonna maybe even see if we can do some measurements. So let's get on to that. Okay, so we're gonna put the hair up together. Here we go. Oops. So I had a very forward kind of messy loose bun. So I'm just gonna replicate that now. And I think I just went once over. I feel like that's close-ish to what I had. So here we are, we're gonna get a closer look. I'll put up that before and after, and we'll look at this side first. I'll come closer. And now I'm gonna look at this side. And I'm gonna see if I can even draw this up so we can get a really good look here. So when I do this, you can see like, I really want to be skeptical about the Viviscal supplements, but I do feel like my hair is that little bit darker, but like, what does that mean? I have not used any hair fibers, any powders. I don't color my hair, so that cannot be contributing to a darker scalp. Yeah, I mean, this looks here more filled in. So I'm gonna grab a mirror. I'll be right back, and then I'm gonna grab this, and then we're gonna see if we can measure this up a bit. Okay, so I'm back with a mirror, and I'm just trying to figure out a way to show this because my hair is dark. Let's see. Now here's the thing, when I'm pulling these hairs out, they are definitely a few inches long, so that is not new growth. But I'm seeing if I can frizz these up a bit and see if they'll come off the scalp a bit more. I mean, I don't know. Yes, there are some really small ones there. I'm gonna see about holding this up there. 3/4 of an inch would be about, that's ½ an inch, that's 3/4 of an inch there. They would be about that long. Let's see if any are. Let's try getting like a white piece of paper and seeing if that helps. See, these are longer, so I don't know. Like, see how long those are? That's not new growth. That would have been there for ages. Okay, bit of a better view there. Right? Let's see. I hope you appreciate how highly unscientific this is. So, to the best of my ability, and I've been doing this for a little while now, just a bit off camera, the hair's about 1 inch long, which is a bit longer than I have expected. So the bottom line is I'm not exactly sure. I'm having a heck of a time trying to measure it with this. They do seem longer. What I do see there is definitely longer than the little 3/4 of an inch would be like this big, and the hair that I'm seeing is definitely longer than that, at least the ones that I can pull out. There could be really fine ones, but you know what I think we need to do is get a much closer view in the same spot that I took those original photos, and then we'll have a better idea of whether this is just a trick of shading because I'm sitting more in the shade than if I were right near the window. So let's actually just punch in. I'm actually gonna switch over to my iPhone, which takes amazing video. So let's get by the window and get a much closer look. Okay, so here we are. This is the same spot that I took those photos, and so I'll take some new photos and I'll insert them as well. And I think when you're in this light, you see it's actually not as drastic as it is when I'm sitting in the other spots. So it looks a little bit less dark. Does that make sense? It doesn't look like it's had as big an effect. And I've had a really close look at all these little baby hairs here, and as best as I can discern, they're longer, and this is my honest truth here, they are longer than what I have expected, In fact, too long really to be attributed to the Viviscal. So I'm still not sure. So I guess that's kind of the bottom line. We still have to do the full 3-month test. So I'm sorry to disappoint you by saying it might look a little darker, but I'm still not sure. I'm gonna switch over to the other camera. As much as you really wanted to have that pow, wow, that's amazing. That's definitely darker kind of moment, but that didn't happen. I still can't tell. Those baby hairs look just a little bit too long to be attributed to the Viviscal because I have really slow growing hair. Let's say that this even made it faster and it was sort of a solid 1/2 inch. I don't see anything that was 3/4 inches. I saw hair that was longer than that, or just even longer, or in fact even longer than that. My hair looks fuller, and that probably has to do more with the shampoo. I mean, if you take Viviscal supplements, right, it's not going to grow your hair thicker down here. That's a done deal. That happened years ago. I mean, I know how long my hair is. This is 3-year-old hair down here because I was completely bald that amount of time ago. Just different styling techniques. As I've said before, if you curl your hair, if you wave it and you break up the waves, you'll get much more volume in your hair. And so that's definitely what you're seeing here. So the bottom line here, people, is that you're just gonna have to stay tuned for the 3-month mark. You know, I'm gonna be as fair as honest as I can about these products. I have nothing to hide, I have nothing to gain, not sponsored, not getting any money for these. I'm just doing this for the interest of using this and to see if I can take my hair growth to the next step. I really thought that nothing would ever get darker or grow in here. I thought that that was just the thinner hair that I had to live with. As far as I'm concerned, more testing is needed, and so that's absolutely what I'm gonna do. So all I gotta do is just keep watching, and I'll be making other reviews and stuff like that in the time between now and the 1.5 months that is going to elapse. And if you're in the future, lucky you, these reviews will already be out and all you gotta do is watch them. So thanks so much for joining me here and spending your time with me, and we will see you very soon.